Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. It is 4 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast, bright and early. All right, I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about this. I'm going to talk about it. I saw a clip of Trump supporters just yesterday or the day before in protesting with their signs all out in Florida, and it was about Save Our Children. And there's stuff I can't mention on this channel, but they're all screaming about this and everything. Now, let me say first, of course, before anybody gets on here and says anything stupid, of course, this is probably the most heinous thing any person can do is prey on innocence, prey on children. Without a doubt, there should be no mercy shown to these people that commit these crimes, without a doubt. That being said, I can't help but when I watch these Trump supporters and they're screaming "Save our children," and I can't help but get the feeling that what they're saying is they're pushing this this anonymous conspiracy theory. It's a letter of the alphabet. It's an anonymous letter of the alphabet. How's that? I can't help but think they're pushing this theory. And I also can't help but think they're using this. They're using this heinous crime that should be taken very seriously. And I can't help but feel they're using it just for political purposes, to paint a whole group of their political opponents as having something to do with this. And I'm no expert or anything, but I can't help but think that it's going to be detrimental to the people actually trying to stamp out human trafficking and crimes against children. If you start, I guess you'd call it, because it looks to me like they're crying wolf. You know, they're just trying to paint a large group of people with the most heinous thing they can come up with no facts, no nothing. And they're implying being all Trump supporters and then yelling, screaming, "Save our children!" And I can't even get into what the signs say in this protest. I just can't help but think what they are doing more than likely is detrimental to actually helping fight crimes against children. Like I said, the term that comes to mind is crying wolf. It's going to be hard to discern real cases from just mudslinging and conspiracy theories when people start doing this. The worst possible thing is that the more people falsely accuse and just try to paint everybody with this label, then when real victims come forward, there might be doubts and people exactly like crying wolf. And that's what scares me. That's what really worries me, when they start using this as a political tool. And that's all I want to say about that. Like I said, it's a hard subject to talk about in the first place. It's a very serious subject, and I shouldn't be taken lightly. And it should never be used just for political purposes or mudslinging. Calling somebody Sleepy Joe is one thing, but using anything like this as a political tool is reprehensible. And that's all I have to say about that. All right, so Trump is still going around spewing the ninjas on airplanes theory. Yes, the dark shadows. Biden is being controlled. I can't help but laugh at this story. Supposedly, some guy on some plane from some city heading somewhere saw dozens of people dressed in black with various gear and whatnot, going to commit heinous, nefarious crime, anti-American crimes, supposedly. Yeah, he's still pushing this. I can't believe this guy. How can people not be embarrassed? And at being an American when this is your leader. Ninjas on airplanes. Yeah. So Trump continued talking about what a great brain he has, and he did you ever hear the expression? Methinks thou dost protest too much. I think I'm getting it right. It's from the Scarlet Letter, William Shakespeare, and I can't help but think when I keep hearing Trump and his people, I did not have a mini stroke, and then Pence saying, I don't recall being told to stand by and be on watch, because he was supposedly put on standby in case something happened to Trump when he went to Walter Reed. And Pence is, I would think he'd be a good liar by now, like Trump, but he's not. He goes, I don't recall being told that. Whenever somebody in that level of government says I don't recall something that important, that something was going to happen to the president and he was going to become president, but he doesn't remember that. Yeah, that does not. I don't believe that for a second. So yeah, Trump going around talking about how great his brain is, and his brain is super functional and he's super genius, just like Wile E. Coyote. And he did not suffer many strokes. This is all fake news. You'd think they would come out with something new. The fake news thing is getting old too. And the Antifa label. Come on. I keep hearing that over and over. The only people using that term are Trump supporters. The people that actually are that aren't even using that term anymore. It's out of style. Come on, guys. Get with the times. All right, what else? Oh, so Trump committed a felony. Actually committed and urged all his supporters to commit a felony by get out there and vote twice. Hey, vote 3 times. Take 3, they're small. In North Carolina, he urged his voters to vote once by mail and then try it again in person just to make sure it went through. Yeah, that's a felony. So that's just a little bit of small Trump news for right now. I'm going to be back later this morning with another video. You guys have a good Thursday morning.